All right. This is new. Tony and Rogi, what's up? Okay. Just gonna check the stream. Huh. It's kind of annoying that chat isn't persistent. How can I fix that? What if I do that? Yeah, I managed to fix the camera, Tony. Okay, let's see if the message disappears. Wait. It seems to be hanging around. The audio seems like low. You mean the like the microphone or the music, or just in general? There's a huge delay though. Which is annoying. Can I change that? I've turned down the actual like desktop audio, but the microphone's hitting like the microphone mixer is hitting into the yellow. Happy Rhino. What's up? I don't know that I can change the delay there. Stream settings though. Okay, so YouTube has a stream latency setting, but I can't change that while I'm streaming. Apparently. 3 peak. Yeah, like it should always be like the maximum it should ever hit is in the yellow, right? And it's okay, so sometimes it goes just barely into the red when I have the microphone this near. Alright, hang on. I'm gonna bring out my phone to see what the audio levels are like. There. It's to be expected though, considering I've never streamed on YouTube and my settings get all messed up. So hang on, I'll mute the microphone real quick. Okay, well, I had to turn my phone volume all the way up to kind of have a good audio level. All right. Just gonna check. Yeah, it's the latency. I can't change it. Crap. Alright, well, I'll just have to live with the latency for now. Alright, anyways, I'm gonna be merging the stuff I've been working on with Jolt to dev. It's mainly the thing that I'll be working on. But let me know if there's any issues with the stream, because like I said, I've never streamed on YouTube and my settings are screwed. Now, one thing that's kind of annoying here is Visual Studio has once again broken with the JetBrains mono font. I fixed it by reinstalling the font, and then it got screwed. What if I set it to medium? Yeah, you see, like, it can't use the font for whatever reason. Last time it got fixed by me simply reinstalling the font, but I guess that's not gonna happen this time. Well, I could reinstall it, but I can't be bothered. Okay. Let's open up Fork. Do I have... Okay, there's nothing there that matters. Let's see, is there been any commits to dev? No. Good. Let's maybe put on some. Put on some jazz. Stream's okay. Okay, well, yeah. The only thing I gotta fix for next stream, because I think I want to do a couple of streams on YouTube just to get used to it. But I think I'm definitely gonna have to fix the latency because it's way too high. Also, am I limited to 1 hour? I hope not. YouTube live stream 1 hour cap. looks like there's some 1 hour cap, but maybe not. Okay, well, let's actually do some work. I'm actually gonna do... I'm gonna do a fresh clone of depth. Which hopefully doesn't take too long. Make sure the runtime still works. Haven't built the shader pack, I don't think. Yeah, I haven't actually built the shader pack, but whatever. I want to see how long the delay actually is here. So if I just do a little wave to the camera, and we'll see. It's a very long delay. Wow, that was like 25-30 seconds. That's not great. All right. Ugh. God. One point. Okay, that's way too slow. I mean, to be fair, I am streaming at 12 megabits per second, so I suspect there's a bottleneck. Guess we have time to do one final code inspection pass. Alfredo, what's up? You should also have a nice day. Or I hope you have one at least. Yeah, you know what? Like, no matter what I find, I'm just gonna end up merging it to dev either way, because I think it's about time we actually get it merged. As soon as this is actually cloned. I could have done a shallow clone, but it's whatever. Yeah, let's see. $400 megs. That's not too bad. Also, I managed to get dichotomy to work with Jolt, because there were some issues, but that all works now. The only problem is like there's like an input issue where even if you're mashing the keyboard, it won't necessarily move every time. But at least it's working. But yeah, so my plan going forward is I'm gonna do probably 3 or 4 streams on YouTube. Like, preferably I'd like to do 1 more stream this week. Probably like on Saturday. And then do 2 or 3 streams next week. DV, what's up? My day has been pretty good so far. Pretty much been relaxing before, you know, getting to the stream. But yeah, it's been pretty good. How was your day? Yeah, so like the reason I kind of want to try YouTube instead of Twitch is I think, oh Marco, what's up? Aren't you at campus and like having lectures and shit like that? Did you actually do the thing where you dropped everything to watch the stream? Sounds good, same. Cool. Yeah, I actually kind of want to get used to YouTube a bit because A, it's easier for stream archiving because it will just save the video as opposed to me having to wait 24 hours for Twitch's exclusivity to end and then manually export it. YouTube has, first of all, lets me stream at higher quality. Code Brother 6 I didn't go. Oh, that's a shame. But at least now you can watch Ström. But yeah, YouTube actually lets me stream like at 1440p reliably, and you can have a higher bitrate than 6,000 kilobits per second. Which is good. YouTube also lets me schedule streams in a better way. So yeah. Stream go, yes. And like the thing is the only feature that I kind of miss from Twitch on YouTube is the ability to raid, like actually have like a proper raid that actually benefits the person you're raiding. So yeah. My god. I'm actually really curious to find out why Visual Studio just decides to ignore my font. Ignores font. I don't think it's the font size. Yeah, I think YouTube, like, in recent years has become, like, one of the best kind of streaming platforms out there. Twitch has been kind of a dumpster fire for a little bit, and YouTube have been investing a lot of time and money into improving their streaming services, which is really good. And I know Jan's also going to be giving the YouTube streaming a go, which makes a lot of sense for him considering, you know, he has the majority of his audience on YouTube, not Twitch. And I think during the upcoming lot of Dare, we will be, like, we'll pretty much be streaming exclusively on YouTube. Twitch is slacking off like crazy. Yeah. And they're actively hurting their relationship with the content creators, because, like, they changed the percentage of income that the streamer gets from, I think it used to be like 75% for partners, and then they changed it to 50%, which, you know, that doesn't make the actual content creators that happy, because they're now making a hell of a lot less money. For me, that didn't actually matter because I don't make that much money from Twitch. So it's like, yeah. Come on, be done. Really should have done this before I started this stream. Stream came up on my homepage. Oh, what's up, Tim? Awesome. Aren't you supposed to be asleep? I mean, honestly, it's not that surprising, considering, like, it's tagged with Hazel. So... fix the docs. Oh yeah, Tim, we need to update the documentation website to say that you have to be a... 1 second. Basically, what's wrong with the docs? Oh, it's only midnight. That's nothing though. But yeah, the docs need to mention that you have to be a tier 3 Patreon to get source access to Hazel. Because currently it doesn't, and some people were, well, one person was kind of confused why they couldn't clone the repo, because they're not a tier 3 supporter. And we do list, like, the clone command publicly, doing some uni work. Oh yeah, I always forget that you're in uni. But yeah, that's true. And that's just as good of a sleeping schedule as me and Mark. Doesn't exist. Yeah. This has been at 97% for way too long. We're gonna go for a walk and get back to writing the report for UV3 automation thingy. Sounds good. Have a good walk. It's actually really nice weather. I'll change it now, I guess. Oh, I mean, you don't have to do it immediately. It's like, you got uni work. It can probably wait, but... Okay, am I actually gonna have to, like... Random things you do at midnight. Yeah. Why is Git stuck? Okay, if I do a shallow clone, I can still like merge, right? Alright, you know what? Clones succeeded but checkout fail. We can inspect what's checked out with git status and retry with git restore source head. Is this supposed to be like a... Hang on. So is that the actual command? Because that looks like a smiley. Because I find it really like that was just stuck at 97% for far too long. So did it do it? Deleted, what? Alright, so it didn't. Git restore source head. Okay, not what I wanted to do, but sure. Must specify paths. Oh, for fuck's sake. Restore. Hang on. There we go. You can just do git checkout. Alright, there we go. I like how my console UI made it into Hazel. Let's call it a trade agreement, Tony. Not theft. Enemy Hazel der. What was the first program created using C that made you really? I don't use C. Like, if you mean C++, then I don't know. Hazel. Shut. No, you shut. Did it? Okay, so it didn't even clone the submodules. Cool. I really should not have had this much problems or this much trouble cloning Hazel. Like, damn. All right. But yeah, I think once I have Jolt merged in, I might want to start working on adding support for physics joints. Because it would be cool to have physics joints before Lotto Dare, which is in 40 something days. 43 days and 11 hours, because it starts at 3 AM. It starts even later than it did last year. Because I think last year it was like 2 AM for me. Although we will be doing it. I think the time zones, we might turn the clock back or forward. I don't know which one. So it might actually end up being 2 AM either way. Also, I want to check if the patch for KSP2 has been released yet. Doesn't look like it. Nope, not yet. So did it do it? Yes, good. Let's open it up, make sure it builds. Definitely seems like it's gonna build. Okay. I might actually start working on the joints today, if the merge goes well. It'd be kind of interesting to see what it's like to deal with joints in Jolt. Okay, good. It built. So now we go to fork. We go to Hazel dev. And we go and do a pull. We want to pull Jolt physics. Here we go. Exciting stuff. All right. I guess it worked. Let's run setup and give it a go. Yeah, I'm really glad I didn't have to do any kind of merge conflict resolution there. I mean, why should I? Because, like, obviously I did that with the actual Jolt branch, so shouldn't be any issues. It's gonna be fun for everyone else to have to merge dev into their own branches. Maybe switch up the music here. I'm gonna fall asleep. Let's do some country maybe. Not gonna lie, the Lewis Hamilton monster isn't all that bad, but then again, I like almost all of them. Yeah, I haven't actually had that one. I don't like the majority of monsters flavors, but it might be cool to give it a go. That window. Alright, it built just fine. Let's give it a run. Actually, probably won't run because I'll have to modify the dependencies file. Yep. Again, which really we should just take out this code because they fixed the bug with the Vulkan SDK. Which one is it? This one. Luna has 0 sugar variant. Yeah, see, I don't do 0 sugar. Okay. I can't. I hate it. If there's no sugar, I can basically not, like, drink it, because usually there's some... First of all, I don't like the taste, and also there's usually some like artificial sweeteners that really fucks with my body. Oh yeah, I have to go into regenerate. Okay, whatever. Give it a build. It does build. Can I then reload? And does it reload just fine? It seems to. Yeah, and then there's the camera issues, but it's like it's mostly working. All the settings will have reset, so I'll have to Doesn't the FPS player class have like, yeah, it has some. Huh. Okay, that's an interesting bug. Entity array. What the hell is that? Okay, it's not used. Cool. Okay, definitely some bugs there, but it is working for the most part. There's no crashing. So we will. Sweeteners are the same as normals. Scribbles. Yeah, the thing is though, like, okay, so those are just the sweeteners in that one. Okay, so it might be alright then. You know what? I won't push this. I'll just go ahead and do a push to dev. Here we go. Okay. My brother just said that he has a double exhaust pipe from his old car and asked if we should install it into my car. I'm like, yes. Yes. Alright. So it's been pushed. One commit behind master. Oh. Alright. There we go. I could have done it as a pull request, but I could not be arsed. It's free real estate. Yes. Alright, I guess that's that. Jolt's been merged in. So just gonna the only issue is okay. Explain what an FIR filter is and what it does. No. Okay, well, that's that merged, so joints? Maybe? Is this the Jolt branch? No, that's dead. Okay, that's the one I want. Okay, so I don't know what joints we want. Or kind of what the API is gonna look like for that. We have the fixed joint component, which it's kind of pointless to have. Well, no, it's not pointless because it can actually be quite useful, but I don't think that's necessarily the one we want to focus on. Should do more work, but nah. I feel that. Now, if I go to GitHub, there should be a ragdolls branch which has joints in physics mostly implemented. But if we take a look at not that scene components, we search joint. Hinge joints, single rotational degree of freedom. It's perfect for door hinges. It can also be useful for connecting upper arm or character to lower arm. Configurable joint component, which is the D6. Yeah. Which one did we use for chains? I think that's the hinge joint that we used, because I put together a little demo of chains. Is it here? Chain. No. Physics test? Chain. Link? No. Okay. Well, whatever. Let's just take a look at joints in Jolt's sort of test project. Vendor, Jolt. There. Get in. No, that's Jolt viewer. Bring back the samples. Reloaded. Okay. Constraints. Hinge. Collision groups. Hinge constraint. Used to create a hinge constraint. No shit. Constrains two bodies on a single point and allows only a single axis of rotation. Because I'm pretty sure that's what you want to use if you want to have like a chain with like individual links that can kind of bend, move about. Unless that's a swing twist constraint. I mean, technically, I guess you could use the 6 degree of freedom constraints for it. Because I think having the ability to just have chains in a scene would be really cool. Physics, joints, chain, link. Chain physics. Let's take a look what they do in the Unity. 2D physics joints, yeah, whatever. Distance joint. No. Writer's block is nice. Definitely. Yeah, okay, so they use a hinge joint. Okay, well, let's maybe go in and implement a hinge joint in that case. Honestly, the fixed joint, I'm just... I'll just get rid of it. So... hinge joint component. So... because here I think... yeah, so we do need to know both bodies. Connected body limits, which is angles, the hinge axis, the normal axis, I think they might actually be building up kind of a chain here. Possibly. Okay. I mean, we can start with this and then build up from it. See in hierarchy. I forget where we do this. Here. So yeah, fixed joint doesn't actually exist anymore. Tim made an icon for it. Let's just do hinge joint. Hinge. We'll keep the fixed joint icon. Hinge. Connected entity, because that's all I really care about right now. Or connected body, I guess. Connected body. I'll get rid of that for now. And we can straight up just delete everything else. Okay. So I think hinge joint. Then what other joints do we want early on? I mean, having the 6 degree of freedom constraint would be cool as hell. Spring, which is using what exactly? Distance constraint. Yeah, having distance constraints could be cool. That way we could have actual springy looking stuff. Now I do know that they provide Jolt, I believe, provides a ragdoll like type. It's an actual thing. Not rig. Do they not have like a ragdoll example? Because they have like ragdolls. Ragdoll settings. Create ragdoll skeletons. Okay. It's gonna be interesting to try and figure that one out. Also, seeing as this is serialization, why don't we just do const reference instead? That would make a lot more sense. Body. Okay. What other problems? Scene. Cool. Script glue. Sure. So I'm not gonna bother with the C# stuff for now. Fixed joint. Because it's kind of pointless to deal with the C# API until we actually have something properly working. Fixed joint components. Do you think a PS3 emulator would have better emulation accuracy if it was programmed only in assembly? I mean, depends on what you mean accuracy, like... I doubt it. There's, generally speaking, very little reason to actually write assembly code for most things. Alright, this one's gonna make me fall asleep. Let's put on some electronic. Okay, so apparently it builds. That's good. So now how do I want to design the actual, like, join API? I guess we should at least run it, see if it works. I mean, it should work, because there's nothing happening right now. It's literally just adding a component. Excuse you? See, I say nothing should fail, and yet it does. All scripting API test. Oh. I see. Let's close that. Open up the QA project. Need to also regenerate. QA. Scripting API test. Let's search for fixed join components. Just get out of here. Didn't actually mean to do that, but oh, come on. I can just delete that one altogether. Fixed join component test, so let's yeet that one out. Okay. Now it should hopefully not die. Good. Joints. Hang on, let's call it physics joints. And we will create a let's do a torus, assuming we have that mesh. Static mesh. Torus, we have the mesh source. Sure. Simple as complex, so we can actually have physics. Actually, that shouldn't matter. Let's do a cube. Static mesh. Cube. Also, yeah, that menu is kind of broken. We'll scale it down, scale it up. Interesting. What is with this, like, intensity? Something definitely feels a bit borked. With this. Sure, whatever, let's just drop the intensity of that down all the way. Okay. Give it rigid body, dynamic, same so we don't crash, and... Huh. Oh. Whoops. Cool. So my plan is to basically just create a bunch of these. Like that basically. And have them act as a chain, right? Now, I imagine that they're not going to be so happy about that, right? Because there's collision in between them, which we obviously don't want. But it's progress. So what we really want is hinge joint connected to, not on that one, on this one. We want a hinge joint connected to other torus, like that. Eddie, what's up? Marcus saying, "Oh no." What's "oh no"? This should be static though. Now, that's not gonna do shit. Try to make a chain using just normal mesh colliders. Well, yeah, that's what I'm. Oh, you mean without the visuals? Just like. Right. Now, considering that, we now have to actually have an API for it. And I'm wondering how I want to go about doing this. If we take a look at the, I think, is it Jolt body or is it physics body? Okay, so that would be under physics body. For shapes, we have a shape type and then a shape array. So like each thing can have, you can have basically however many instances of one collider that you want. With mesh colliders, they shouldn't get eaten apart. It depends on how it generates the mesh. Because keep in mind, like, I mean, yeah. I think the problem here is I don't actually have like a debuggable Like, I don't have the preview mesh for them that we can render in engine. But that's fine, because I can just go in here, hit play, and stop. Okay. Hit play, stop, view, recent physics capture, find them. I hate this camera. Yeah. You see how it does this? Well, actually, there's two colliders here. There's the triangle one and none. But that... Okay, let's make this a bit easier to see by doing use simple as complex. Play, stop, view, recent, meaning they should only have they should only have the convex one. They shouldn't have the triangle one. So I'm currently trying to work on implementing physics joints with Jolt. But what I'm currently trying to do is figure out why this is what the collider looks like, despite having them set to that. What if we force cook? Oops. Also, let's just do that and then do camera from you, just so we can actually see something. Yeah. Is this an actual bug? Hang on, wait, what? So if we have a mesh collider, we do this, we do that. If use complex as simple and it's dynamic, we do that, which is fine. But then we do if. Yeah, why are we getting... Hang on, actually, let me do a quick check here. If we do this, we play, we hit this one, which we should, because like, yeah, we're using simple as complex. Yeah, that's a convex hull, but the thing is, like, we obviously can't. Okay, no, that's good. So it is only generating a convex hull. That's good. But you can see that the convex hull it generates is kind of, yeah. Just to test, if I do use complex as simple, and then, because you can't be dynamic then. Obviously now nothing's gonna happen because they're static. But I just want to double check that it actually looks good. Okay, yeah, it does. But yeah, whatever. Don't matter, because what we're gonna be doing is we're basically gonna make it so you can disable intercollision between the pieces. So it actually doesn't matter if they're colliding with each other. But anyways, yeah, so the way we do this for shapes is the body is kind of in charge of storing the shapes, and I think for joints it might be worth doing the same thing. How are we gonna support complex for dynamic, Marka? That's literally like the only physics library that supports that would be physics 5, because a complex is a triangle mesh or triangle collider, and Jolt and physics 4 doesn't support those being dynamic. Like, it's literally not possible. Okay, like if I go in here and I just yeet that, well, the thing is, like, the idea is that a complex could be on a dynamic body but not be a simulation shape, so it won't do collision testing. Well, chaos, yeah, but that's literally the Unreal Engine team just being like, yeet. Because if we take a look, Jolt shapes, triangle mesh shape. Yeah, I think that's the problem here. Is like, that's what this is here for. If you're trying to use the triangle one for collision, it cannot be dynamic. Anyways, what I'm thinking is we have some sort of map that goes from an E joint type to a probably ref, a like physics joint or something, right? Now, I don't know like how realistic it is for a body to have multiple joints at the same time. That's constraining it. You compute shader physics engines again. Yeah. So like, does Unity allow you to have multiple joints on a single game object? Just make it good. Thanks, Tony. Appreciate the help. Okay, Unity multiple joints on one object. Is that a thing? Yes, I know, thanks. Build bridge. You could only add a single joint component. You can attach two joints, but only if... What? Okay. Honestly, I might just initially enforce a restriction being like, hey, yeah, we can only have one joint on an object. You cannot have multiple joints constraining a single actor. Because I don't know if Jolt actually like supports it. I mean, we can take a look at add constraint, which does, hang on, because it's in create here, which just returns a new instance. I mean, Jolt does specify mesh support CCD. Yeah, mesh, not triangle. Mesh is convex. I think. Yeah, because that's a mesh shape. No, actually that's... But you can see, mesh shape consisting of triangles cannot be used as a dynamic object. Because very few physics engines can support that. So it doesn't seem to like check if a body has multiple constraints on it or not. Yeah, but like again, they also said cannot be used as a dynamic object. Okay, so they don't limit the number of constraints you can have on a single body. But for now, I will. So we will only ever support having one joint. Well, initially at least. Physics joint.h. Thank you for not immediately allowing me to edit it. You're just lazy. Sure. I will have enum class e joint type hinge. Virtual joint type get type. UID or entity. I mean, I think it's far more useful to actually return the entity itself. Or maybe even like return the body itself might be useful. Because that way you don't have to like do a lookup. Because the body knows about the entity, and the entity obviously have the ID. So if you can get the body, you can just grab everything without doing lookups. But if you get the entity or the ID and you want the actual body, you have to do a lookup, which isn't like the biggest problem ever, but I'm gonna have to do a forward declaration though, because body needs to include this file. Physics body. And the question again, should it be a ref or a weak ref? Because I kind of decided that the only thing that should permanently keep bodies alive should be the physics scene. Comics hull and concave hull is a lot cheaper than using both at the same time, so you don't do it, but you can possibly do a pre-pass with convex and a useful mesh after. I mean, possibly, but that sounds painful. So we could do a weak ref to a physics body. So it doesn't actually keep it alive. Not sure how I feel about that. let's go with it for now. We'll say that joints will not force the bodies to be alive. I mean, realistically, if you're destroying the body, then you should probably, like, the joint should obviously get destroyed as well. But yeah, we'll go for that. We'll have our hinge joint, which is a physics joint. Turn hinge. And I think if I do that, that's a bit weird. Do I even need to do this? Because if I just do this, you're not going to be instantiating this directly anyways. Here I'm thinking, what is boom? Aight. Alright, Jolt joints. Sure. Physics joint. That should be joints, not joint. Odolo, what's up? Yeah, we're doing YouTube stream now. And we will need this. I mean, to be fair, physics joint doesn't technically need to be pure virtual. Right? It could have the protected weak ref to the physics body because that's something everything needs. Right? Now we probably want references to both bodies. Now that I think about it. Well, do we? Yeah, I think maybe we do. Because we could have a joint and not necessarily know the body that it's kind of attached to, and then the body that it, well, we need to know both bodies, right? Simple as that. So I guess body 0, get owning body, possibly. Because the way I'm thinking about this is, like, we have one body, which is the one that has the component, and that's kind of the owning body. And then we have the body that it's sort of constrained to. Sure, we'll go for it for now. Connected body. Ugh. Please don't fucking auto format my code like that. I mean, these don't have to be virtual. This will. Right? Then we can take in that, because that's all we need to know, and then we can use the entity from there. Yeah. Jolt. Joints. So Jolt, physics, constraints, hinge constraint. Actually, do we call them joints or constraints? It's just slightly changed frequency. Because if we want to follow Jolt terminology, then it should be a constraint, not a joint. Yeah. Constraints. Yes. Let's go with Jolt's terminology. Constraint type. Also, I much prefer Jolt constraints as opposed to Jolt joints. Go. And we can immediately do owning body to that. It's not a null. Is not a non-static data member or base class. But what? What's your problem? It's protected, so it should be accessible. What the hell? Do I have to include a physics body? Why is it mad? Oh, is it mad because like I have to do... No. There's shit. Yeah, what the hell? I'm so confused. Like, why is it mad? Is it upset that, like, Physic's body isn't actually a complete object? Because it shouldn't be. Because it's just a pointer. You know, it doesn't care about the actual... Like, this should be fine. And yet, it isn't. What if we just change it to, like... proper ref. Still upset. What if owning body is not a non-static data member or base class of that class? No, it's a member. You piece of absolute garbage. I have no idea what's happening here. Yeah, thing go very broken apparently. Just like, I mean, here we actually use a proper constructor, which I guess I could do here. And if we change them back to a weak ref, then that's fine. Alright, sure. Whatever. Let's put that underneath. And then I guess this go yes, apparently. And can I then do, say, that? Whatever. fine. I think I'm gonna end the stream in about 10 minutes, just so you guys know. Because what I want to do here is do in owning body. Well, first of all, let's go back to forward declaring, and then including that there. So get entity auto owning entity. Owning entity has component just to verify that it has indeed got a hinge join component, which I'm gonna rename to hinge constraint. Yeah, we'll do the same there. Rename. Cool. We then need to const auto reference component get component hinge constraint connected body. Right, we need to get the actual connected one as well. Which means getting the scene. Which involves doing what? We could just pass it the scene, I think. Look, Jolt body, what do we do there? Pass it the body interface, which is different. Jolt scene. Yeah, so we have to do that. Scene. Get scene. Owning entity. Get scene UID. It's kind of annoying that we have to do that, but it's whatever, it's fine. Get physics scene. Get entity body by ID. And this becomes the connected body. Yeah. And the entire idea here is that we're going to end up calling. We're gonna do this and then add it. So we're gonna want hinge settings. Constraint space, points is there's yeah. because we need that. Obviously this isn't exactly how it's going to work. We're going to set 0.1 equal to, you know, the connected or rolling body's position. Well, center mass position specifically, I think. Does get translation return. That returns get position, which doesn't actually do center of mass position. But let's maybe start out with that. To Jolt vector. Need to include Jolt utils. 0.2, which is going to be connected body. And then we actually need the bodies themselves, which, okay, sure. Actually want to include Jolt body, get body ID, owning body ID, then we want to do, I guess, a body excuse you, body lock read. Error. Also want to include Jolt. See. So you good now? Yes. Get body lock interface. This, I think, technically needs to be a body lock. What's it called? Autolog multi-read. I think is actually what we want. Takes that and then an array. This guy's like, oh my god, my teammate broke. Alright. Body IDs. 2. Lock, except it actually has to be a right lock, because I think the add constraint function takes the reference. No, the create function takes reference, not const reference. So do get body 0. Auto reference body. No? Oh, it's a pointer. Should be one. Because then, yep. So, owning body, connected body. JPH, because that returns just a normal pointer, yeah. And the idea is that this will create the constraint, but it won't actually add it. The adding will happen later. But anyways, I think that's actually gonna have to be it for today. Because I'm tired and it's almost dinner time. So. But yeah, I think this stream went semi-decently. I just need to decrease the stream delay, because right now it's like 20 seconds, whereas I want it to be pretty much as live as possible. So, but anyways, yeah, I'll probably stream on like Saturday, just to kind of get into the swing of it. So yeah, thank you for watching. Hopefully you'll tune in on Saturday.